I don't know how high the interest is for this game. You know, it's Paolo Banchero and the Orlando Magic taking on Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks. I'll give it a go as long as the highlight feels interesting, right? Salute to the Hawks. I got to meet them. What's up, y'all? I'm yours truly, Pharaoh. Thank y'all so much for tapping in with me and my platform. I do this every night of the NBA season. Shout out to Dyson Daniels. I just met Dyson and Clint Capella and a couple other Hawks and had conversations with them. Hold on. Yeah, I met a few of the Atlanta Hawks. They served us dinner. It was a season ticket holder event. I'm not a season ticket holder, but I was at a season ticket holder event thanks to my great friends. Anywho, Atlanta Hawks are in Orlando to take on the Magic. This is a 7-8 matchup play-in game, very important game. I don't know if you want to win this game, and the reason why I bring that up is the winner of this game gets the Boston Celtics in the first round, which I know. Technically, the Cleveland Cavaliers are the 1 seed, but I don't think anybody on God's green earth is more fearful of the Cavaliers over the Celtics. All right, I'm just being honest with you. So that's kind of where we standing with this. Coming into this game, I don't think the worst thing is to be at the 8 seed. I will tell you this, both the Magic and the Hawks, though, they both play the Celtics really well. Right now, here's the thing with both the Magic and the Hawks, which is kind of probably why both of these teams are in the play-in situation. The Orlando Magic were hit with the injury bug all freaking year, and they're still dealing with it right now, right? Like, losing Mo Wagner for the season. You see Jalen Suggs not available right now. I mean, it's just the NBA is, it's a grind to the finish line. And the Magic they dealt with Franz and Paolo essentially with the same injury midway through the year. Both of those dudes were going to be all-stars if not for those, what was it, like a hip injury if I'm not mistaken?
On the lob. Nice finish there as Banchero set him up. Give you some weapons off that bench. Magic looking like a much different team than a 500 team in the regular season. As Isaac goes,
the Hawks obviously lost Jalen Johnson, which essentially killed all their momentum.
Going to the rim. 5 assists, 5 free
Trae
throws.
Inside.
Barlow, good catch, good finish. He was patient. No look from Anthony. Isaac gives it right back. Cole's going to pull up. Little mid-range jumper is good.
Yeah, Orlando's already out. This is I ain't gonna lie though, like I can't.
Vintage Gary Harris, coach.
I gotta be honest, like I'm gonna be honest, because of these two teams, whoever wins this game essentially clinches themselves an NBA TV series. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I go to a good amount of Hawk games, and their games live are actually incredibly exciting. Like the Trae Young era has been categorized by some of the most exciting games you'll ever see. For whatever reason, though, it just doesn't translate well on TV. It does not translate well. Again, I go to a lot of Hawk games. I haven't been to a Magic game, but I would imagine probably the same ordeal, right? It looks like these games are very exciting in the building for the Magic fan base. One of my closest friends, the best man at my wedding, spent some time in this area, and he tells me, you know, the atmosphere is pretty good for the Magic fan base, even when they were struggling, right? As Zachariah Ricochet nails the three. But, I mean, for some odd reason, these two teams don't translate well. They have great games, both these teams. The Magic, as Wendell Carter gets a huge up fake and nails the three. These guys both of these teams have great games, but for some odd reason, it doesn't translate well on TV. It just doesn't. As Wendell, grown man's strength right there. Little boy day tomorrow.
Especially Black.
Terrence Mann. Ricochet, they call him. I met Zachariah recently. Landry Fields, essentially him and Kyle Korver are like co-GMs in Atlanta. That's kind of what I'm calling them. Y'all are obviously familiar with Kyle Korver. A lot of y'all remember Landry Fields as well. He's now in Atlanta with the Hawks. I got a chance to visit the Atlanta Hawks practice facility recently, and Landry, I got a chance to have a one-on-one conversation with Landry Fields, and he was explaining to me about how proud Atlanta was and that organization was of Zachariah Rissache's development. I think he told me that he put on 15 pounds of pure muscle from the beginning of the season till now. Obviously, you see he's a pretty thin dude, so anything he put on was straight muscle. As the big fella goes and one. But yeah, that's enough Atlanta tidbits. They're getting their asses handed to them by Orlando. Maybe we should talk more about the Magic. Paolo Banchero, if the Magic are able to win this game and get to the Celtics, he's got every right to feel like at any given moment he could be the best player in that series. Obviously, I would still pick a Tatum over him. I think Paolo's better than Jaylen Brown. I do. But Jaylen's got the MVP, so he's going to get that respect. Oh, no. Wendell's limping there. Dyson, up fake.
I agree with what Charles said. They need to run, but it starts at this end defensively.
Oh, the follow by Carter.
I mean, you're not going to run.
It looks like you're okay right there.
It's a great way you can get yourself back in the game if you can get to the free throw line and score with the clock stopped.
And Young with that little runner in the lane. Nicely done.
Trae Young been quiet in this game. What did he have?
Wagner missed 6 weeks.
Yeah, 28. 28, 6 assists. 6 assists kind of low for him.
And that's denied.
By the way, I still feel like it's interesting that these games technically don't count on the stat sheet.
Playing with 3 fouls. Gay playing with 3 fouls.
Trae.
Young, float game is back on point. Another empty set for Orlando.
Too many moments for Atlanta in the Trae Young era where they just come out and not have it. Let's see if they can fight a little bit here.
Screws starting to tighten here on Orlando. Is Gay.
There's Gay inside.
Daniels with the dish. Joseph spins, gets a paint touch. And now Banchero with 4 to shoot. Banchero drives.
Paolo. Oh, man.
Wow.
How many did Banchero have? He wasn't even his game. He had 17. Wagner 13. I think Franz is kind of injured. I think he injured himself last game. Wendell Carter 19. Cole Anthony 26 points off the bench. 10 of 17 from the field. You see Gary Harris out there just essentially face-checking Trae Young. They're just not going to let Trae beat him.
Neither team shooting the 3 well.
Yeah, I see both of these teams losing in 5 if they got the Celtics. They just not right because of injuries. I would have loved to seen a healthy Orlando team get a crack at a 4 or 5 seed. This felt like it could have been their year. I'll say that. It felt like it could have been their year. Big 3 there from Niang to close out the third. All right, let's get to the money. 4th quarter of a big-time game. Oh, look at that block from Wendell. He's playing some really good ball. Black is fouled.
I'm turning into the French Open.
Dyson Daniels, for what it's worth, got my pick of the defensive player of the year this year. Draymond going to win it, though, because of narratives. As Anthony nails a 3. He heating up. Uh-oh. Niang looks a tad bit out of shape. Cole to Wendell. Cole Anthony and Wendell Carter are stepping it up in this game.
Atlanta needing a bucket desperately, and Okongwu obliges. Daniels able to.
I think that's the difference. Trae didn't have it. Paolo didn't really have it. But the others for Orlando are stepping it up a lot more than the others
and this is Black now, finds Anthony.
For the Hawks. Cole Anthony is taking over this game right now. He's the best point guard on the floor right now.
Dyson Daniels on him. What a matchup.
Hey.
Wagner turns, shoots over him.
Oh, no.
Carter offensive rebound.
Wendell Carter. Oh, my goodness.
Wendell Carter comes up short. Banchero shakes his head no.
Magic have numbers.
Banchero. Oh, my. Atlanta. You're going to have to do it again. I might go to that game, to be real with you. Friday night, I think Atlanta's going to have to deal with either the Heat or the Bulls.
They've been good for him tonight as LeVert rises.
I feel like Atlanta, Miami, and Chicago are in the play-in tournament. And the Warriors, by the way. Every single year,
Young looking for the foul, puts up a difficult shot.
Trae's starting to get frustrated. That ain't no foul, bro. Just having a bad game. Black. Bang. Trae Young's gonna get ejected. I'm not sure if they're gonna show it here. Oh yeah. They putting it on Trae. But look, I think the Hawks have as many wins as anybody against the Cleveland Cavaliers. If they can muster up the strength to get back together, right, for a play-in win against whomever they get. Yeah, that's the ejection right there. Yep, get him out. He threw the ball at Gucci. Come on, Trae, you play for the Hawks. You can't throw the ball at Gucci. You know damn well you can't get away with throwing the ball at Gucci, man. And you got to get you out of there for that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Cole is he walking. He talking. Trae Young is frustrated. Oh, he ball fakes. Yeah, get your ass up out of here. You got to go, Trae. You got to go to the showers, big dog. Yeah. And I don't think, technical fouls even matter. Technically, this game doesn't count for nothing. Like statistically, right?
In a couple of those games, which is noteworthy.
Well, nobody for Boston played the second time. I mean, none of their starters.
Yeah, this is GG's. The Orlando Magic, ladies and gentlemen, got a date with the Boston Celtics, the reigning NBA champs, in the first round of the playoffs. Can't wait. Thank y'all for tapping in. If you love flexing your sports knowledge, you should head over to the best place to play fantasy sports and win some money while you're at it. That's Underdog. For me, I love the pick'em game. It's super simple to play too. All you got to do is go to the Underdog website or app. You got to pick whether a player will have a higher or lower stat line for that specific game. You get your picks right, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. And when you sign up, if you use your boy's promo code, which is Pharaoh, your deposit will get matched up to $1,000 is available to you in bonus cash. You can't beat that. Tap in with Underdog. My promo code is Pharaoh.